RPM Trade Vietnam in this bitch. Once again, with another open carry demonstration in the middle of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Yeah, buddy. Yes, another one. I always got some shit on my chest. Always got some shit to get off my chest. And I don't mean this concealed level 4 carrier that's up under this jacket. That ain't what I'm talking about. I mean, I gotta get some emotional shit off my chest, because it's an emotional situation what we're dealing with here on planet Earth. I gotta get a lot of frustrations off my chest, man, because people, I be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. I be trying to give y'all all of the respect in regards to your life energy, what you intend to do while you're alive, how your life will unfold, what you gonna do on your journey to wander the earth, pondering your own existence freely like you should be. Yeah, I'm interested in all of that. All of that is a special thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a live stream or a video talking about my standpoint on spirituality and religion, and what's really going on here, man. I get into the multiverse, the simulation theory. I got a real thorough perspective that I have on, reality, the materials of reality, what all this shit is and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. We'll talk about some shit like that sometime too. I always love to point it out when they're around so that y'all know what's up. Look at these bitches right here. Look at them. Some bitches don't know how to think for themselves at all. Whatever you write on paper, you'll make their ass move. About whatever you write on paper, that's dangerous as fuck. I already am who I am. No group that I can ever affiliate myself with can make me not who I am. It's already too late. I've already agreed inside myself that it makes the most sense, and I've already made a whole promise to the universe to never be the initiator in any force or violence upon nobody else, period. That's already who I am. Whatever the fuck they got to say about me and my activism and all this other shit, don't none of it matter. It's just talk, because they don't even fucking know me. People gonna say what they want to say, and it's funny to me that they think that this shit holds some kind of weight. You know what I'm saying? Like when they call people who like to stick up for the American, the United States Constitution and all the rights that are implied in it. When you try to stick up for that, they pretend to praise and honor and respect and understand you, because we all in this together. We all U.S. citizens, whatever, quote unquote. But when you really stand up for that shit, and then you just tell the whole story, they call you extreme. If I say yes, we need to be protecting these constitutional rights, and we need to be on the lookout, because the only way they can ever be under attack is if somehow somebody infiltrated government and then used the government to attack us. There's a sensible, logical expectation for that potentially happening that's just implied in any relationship between us and any fucking government, period. So when you say to them, don't you know that this is a possibility because the world could be anything? That y'all might go tyrannical. Don't you know that if y'all do that, we're going to see you coming? We're going to be prepared to try to fight that off? Don't you know if y'all go too far, it's going to be a fucking fight that we're not laying down? This is all shit that's implied. And then when I think that I see that shit, and then I start going, hey man, if this was a movie, I think niggas would be shooting by now. And if not now, then that shit is on the teetering edge, bro. If this was a movie, niggas would be shooting. And then if I say that, then all of a sudden I'm some kind of person. What? Where's your reasonable expectation that we're going to be on the lookout and not be riding for that shit and we think we see it? Gonna be looking for it, and it better not even look like that even a little bit. We might actually be wrong in our approach, just like a prosecutor might be wrong in who they want to pin the evidence on or try to convict them of a murder that maybe they did not do, right? These are suspects until, proven guilty, right? There's a margin of error you're gonna have when you're trying to save face, find some real true justice to make some wrong right through some avenue of justice. When you're doing all that, there's no other way to see this but a sensible expectation that the people will be on the lookout about what government is doing and how far they're going, if they're breaking their rules or not, and what we need to do if somebody who is willing to break the rules, who we said, who we already heard before, might show up. That the only way they can really show up to really pose any threat to the American people and these constitutional rights that need to be protected is if they get inside outside government to fuck with it. You know, I gotta explain this shit to y'all. This is simple, man. Everybody should expect that if it look like it even a little bit, you'll start to hear some clamoring coming from us down here about, hey man, what the fuck is that? Oh, nothing? Oh, okay, cool man, just check it. Like, we got a right and an expectation to be doing that. And I'm telling you that if you look close enough, you'll realize not only is the fucking alarm going off, I smell smoke. What the fuck you talking about? Period. What you talking about? And it's sensible to think along those lines, man. I don't. What else is the expectation? And what I'm saying is so ridiculous, or some kind of dangerous train of thought. I want them to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing with the information that I'm finding, while remaining a good citizen to them. Am I supposed to just not check on anything? Am I supposed to not be upset about anything? Am I supposed to just expect, without checking, that nothing, that no oppression or attempt to dominate us will never come from the inside? Why even bother? Why even look? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Ain't no goddamn fucking way. It don't make no sense to have that expectation. Please believe we looking. It ain't just me, it's a lot of people. And we not liking what we finding. You better protect your neck. Stop fucking playing with us. Niggas ain't playing. This is life. Only got one. Whatever it's gonna be is what it's gonna be. You can't escape that. And y'all know that, so y'all dance on the graves of all the people you stomp on, while you lock yourself into that understanding, while you make everybody else scared of every fucking thing. Everybody's scared of every fucking thing. Y'all scared of the germs out here. Y'all scared of the fucking police. When number one, that even shouldn't be an accepted disposition between you and something like a public servant like law enforcement, when they're supposed to represent the utmost attempts to protect society. I don't know where the fear comes from. As soon as everybody knows that there's a fear attached to your relationship and police, then you know that there's something wrong. You got to keep on pointing this shit out to everybody. Like, y'all not grown enough to see this shit from a mile away that something is wrong. Y'all not bugging, bro. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. And if you can hear me and you still don't get it, man, good luck. Good luck. Because y'all be tweaking, man. And it's disturbing, because I wanted y'all to be happy, cool, and free, man. And y'all not even helping me even look at all. Y'all won't even say it. You won't look. And if you look, then you either play dumb or you is dumb. And then, if you do understand it, you see where I'm coming from, how many of y'all go, man, who wants to smoke, bro? What the fuck you got to lose, man? It's looking kind of grim out here. And we shouldn't be okay with this. We should have been put up a fight a long time ago. My generation should have never even seen none of this shit. We should have already been, they should have already been smoking shit a while ago. But hey, yo, so man, hopefully that don't disturb my live. You know what? I'm gonna end this live, man. I'm gonna be right back in a minute. My fault, y'all. Please come back. I hate when people pull up playing loud music, especially when I can hear every word, bro. That's gonna kill my live shit, man. Just been making a statement about John Rice, letting people know that I am huggable, that the hero is gonna like this too, and the bad guy needs to know that we can match them, that ain't nobody scared of them. We can do that too, and they should be scared of something. They're not scared of nothing. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, I'll be out here. I do this all the time. Yeah, I know, right? Man, what should I do, y'all? Should I end this live and then just go and do another one, or is it already too late, or what? I don't want to go on and on and on and have that little moment right there with her loud music. They always trying to kill my shit if somebody drive past playing music, man. I hate when people pull up doing it, and you know, it's like, of course, I can't assume that somebody doing that on purpose. That's whatever. It be music out here. People love their music. It's still nice out. It's window down weather. People gonna be playing their music, but fuck, man, I hate when they do that, bro. I hate when they do that, because I be hearing music and other people's videos and shit all the time, man. It don't be a reason why they get banned, but any little thing they can possibly stretch, bro, they delete my live, man. I'ma hang in there though. We'll see what's up. But hey, for real, I shouldn't have to beg y'all for y'all to reach for your own mercy. The only mercy you really gonna get from all this kind of stuff that's going on in your life, man, is for you to take a few steps closer to demanding ownership over your own life. And then if anybody challenges you over demanding ownership over your own life, then you ask them who the fuck are they to challenge you about your life, and how did it get that way? What could we have done to keep it from being like that? Was there any point in this relationship where you could have objected to that? How did it get that way? Come on, man. Like, why y'all don't want that for yourself? That's what be bugging me, man. Because I'm trying to respect y'all like I respect myself. And when I see a grown-ass man that got a family to take care of, that won't harm himself, I go, man, I thought you would have been on that. You not on that, man? How not, man? I thought this was just going to be everybody. Damn, it ain't everybody? Damn, that's strange as fuck. What the fuck? What the fuck did you miss about the idea of protection where you can't understand that maybe you should have had a gun to protect your family, bro? You don't do man, you just don't dabble at all? Oh, you tripping, bro. And you ain't got, especially people that ain't got no legal reason to be acting like that. I mean, come on, man, y'all bugging, bro. You supposed to be on that. But this is what the problem is, though, man. With these laws, man. Laws that keep fellas from owning guns. People be telling me all the time, man, you really believe that fellas have guns too? Yeah, why you think they should? What up? What up, Matrix man, what up? It's like things like these laws and the Constitution. It's easy for people to attach something that's just a natural thing, something that's just a simple thing that ain't even supposed to be fucked with by no man. Y'all trap it inside of this game of law and the Constitution to think that inside those walls is the only place where these things can be discussed, ironed out, and figured out. And even then, if that was the case when the Constitution was written, it should have been in stone so much that there should be no further discussion. But look at it. Over 200-some years later, we still debating this stuff by having to put these extra protections and laws into place and amendments and shit to be sure that they understand the understanding of the understanding that the Second Amendment was supposed to be trying to tell them something. Why the fuck is we still talking about this shit type shit? You see what I'm saying? Why the fuck we still doing all that shit? That's it, man. It's so it's like, and we constantly got to keep our guard up or whatever. Then our rights aren't standing in one position, hands in their pockets chilling. It's constantly under attack. So if it's constantly under attack, and you know what comes along with this attack, inconsistent laws from one state to the next, me doing what I'm doing right now in Iowa, like I always do, will get me shot down on site in other states. But right now, we are all in Iowa thinking that this is the best way to get the closest to the Constitution without violating anybody's rights. People's feelings don't matter. In this state, you can constitutionally carry and open carry or concealed carry. You can do all of those things, right? In other states that can't do that, we are watching them do what we would consider a violation of the Constitution. But we just let them go year in and year out. We just, like, we don't see them doing this shit. And it shouldn't have to be the citizens. It should be the state police of a state like Iowa to go to a state like New York and be like, we came here not with just words. We brought the guns that you actually happen to be aiding for. We are a government agency. We are Iowa State Police, man. And we come here to tell you that whether by negotiation or by force, you are going to align your state laws with something that is more in tune with the Constitution the way we do, or else we're going to consider you very seriously in front of everybody in violation of the Constitution, and we're not playing that shit. They're not going to do that. And if you don't understand what I just said, if you don't see how that's a spooky red flag to you, then you don't understand the Constitution that they're making you praise. And none of that shit, man. Y'all lost in the sauce, boy.
Heading to the range right now, boy.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Thank you for understanding all that. What you want to shoot, man?
I was about to Glock 43X.
The 43X? Yeah, it's very popular. It might be one of the most popular handguns of all time, man. Everybody loving it.
Yeah, I'm about to build an AR, I think, but
yeah.
My boy got one, so I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to figure it out.
This is a build right here. You should do it, man. You gonna love it,
You
man.
got a number or something?
Yeah, I got a card too.
Oh, damn.
I got a card. You can check out my social media stuff, see what I be talking about with all that shit, man. How many firearms you got there? If you don't mind. Just that one? Check my shit out. Check my YouTube out. I'm about to do a gun collection video in the next week or so. I'm gonna show you what I got. It's going to entice you to really get in, man. There's some fun shit out there. Thank you. Yeah, man. They got y'all by the ball. They have hypnotized y'all into the game, man. And what's crazy is that natural rights and laws are inalienable. They cannot be fucked with. And if that's not well understood, you can tell when it's not well understood by somebody. Because they constantly bring it up and challenge you and acting like what they say does matter, and then you actually let them get a leg up on you where they act on these constitutional violations, and y'all honor it by watching year in and year out another state not get in tune, like Iowa claims that this is how you really do it in regards to the Constitution and the Second Amendment. We watch other states fuck it up and don't nobody do shit, right? And then they change laws within individual states, like Iowa just now went constitutional carry not too long ago. And if y'all don't understand what constitutional carry is, what that means is it was already written in the Constitution. If you pass a background check to buy the gun, you don't need a permit. You asking permission too many times. You don't need to do all that. And that's nice for a state to recognize that. You know what I'm saying? But fuck all that, because what they're not addressing is, if they think they're in the right now, look at all the times that they've been wrong. Where they have charging people a fee as a monetary hurdle or access to a right that's inalienable. You see what I'm saying? So when they went constitutional carry in Iowa, I was like, yeah, that's cool, but everybody all happy. I'm disappointed because these motherfuckers are revealing their errors in front of everybody, but then there's no recourse. And that's the problem that we got in government right now. They do all the bullshit they want to do. They constantly violate their own shit, whether you notice it or not. And then there's very little to no actual fair recourse when they are found in violation or just fucking some shit up, no matter how long they've been fucking it up. There's just no recourse. People just be happy that they corrected it. And that's strange as fuck to me, man. That's weird as hell. I wasn't that worried about that constitutional carry. Whoop-de-fucking-do. It should have already been like that. The fact that y'all leaning all of this praise on how these laws evolved to more favor natural law, the way y'all acting shows me that you don't fucking get it. I've actually been making some cultural friends with people that have their hand in politics. People that are running for lieutenant governor or state governor and all that shit in Iowa. I've been talking to some people. Some people have been seeing my shit, and it's good to see people who think that way, that claim that they dig what I'm talking about, so we can get a dialogue going, so I can see how much of what I'm saying do you really even understand or realize, bro? Because I want to see where it's really at. Because I think that they like me, but they don't like me. Because if they watch my videos and listen to what it is that I am really saying, if they are really saying this, but being who they are, hey, maybe so. Maybe I'll discover that we got much more in common than what I think. But from what I'm seeing from right here, they don't dig what I'm saying, because they still moving and grooving in that government shit. And the fact that we keep giving credence to this Constitution is the reason why we got problems in the first place. It's not up for discussion, and as soon as somebody try to use that legalese and that bullshit to challenge it, they supposed to be stumped the fuck out on the spot to be like, no, little nigga, don't do that. But the fact that y'all go, oh, they're trying to change this, we gotta go vote, they got your ass. Because the system is rigged. Even if they give you the shit, they're not gonna give you nothing that they weren't already on some level okay with you having. All of this shit is never gonna step outside of what it is that they want, period. Your vote is not actually doing something to the system that the system doesn't want or need. And sometimes they need you. Sometimes they need you to feel a boost of faith and gratitude that things that you want your rights to be respected on actually come true. They had the women's rights movement back in the day or whatever, man, and the only thing they really got out of that is feed more tax dollars to the monster, man. That's what happened. That's what actually happened. That was a trickle-down effect on a whole bunch of things. But then what else happened? The family unit began to break up. Inflation in that American dollar, or that U.S. dollar, fucking with the value and the cost of living, along with mothers finding this woman's rights liberation thing and finding themselves in the workplace. Now the system and public education is raising your kids, inflation going up, so it turned into something that women can be proud of, to something that became a necessity. Now if two grown people in the household ain't working, y'all can't really get comfortable. And y'all see the price of everything going up, and y'all think that somehow this is like, if you don't understand the banking system, you gotta go look into it. Because they knew it was going to happen like this, and they hit the fucking go button and say, yeah, run that. You think all of this is happening, and this is a mistake, that these geniuses that come up with this dollar system are experiencing something that they wish didn't happen. They thought they could curb it. They're trying to figure out how to stop. They're not trying to figure out how to stop nothing. It is a plan. They knock all these other fucking countries the fuck down sometimes, and then what springs up out of the ashes very often. In this reach for conquest over resources, they also plant a central bank in these countries so they can drive their ass into debt so that they never really own themselves and it look like they do. So why it look like they do, you think what's going on in these countries' government business is organic as a reach for democracy? Somehow this shit is spreading like fucking cancer, right? You praise all of their efforts to try to get like this. You accept that for what it is, as if it's organic. But really, these countries are in debt. The people in power there are going to do what whoever they owe the debt to needs them to do. You can't be in debt and then honestly be organically running your own shit. That don't make no sense. You don't pay that car, though. I don't care how long you've been calling that your car. It ain't your fucking car till you pay that debt. The fuck out of here, bro. That's not your shit. You think this is this country belongs to us? It's not our shit. Who owns a great majority of this trillions and trillions of dollars in debt that we in? Who owns it? Who do we owe it to? Look at all of that stuff, because these questions have answers that lead you to something, and it lets you know that when you down here playing piddly ass games, arguing over constitutional rights that should be natural rights and not even on the table for debate whatsoever, you'll realize you were spinning your wheels trying to catch up to something you supposed to be punched their ass in the fucking face about a long time ago. How the fuck they still talking? You gonna let them talk? They gonna keep on running that shit, bro. And they think they got the leg up on you because you already letting them go too fucking far. You let them go this far, they think they got the whole fucking thing. They think they got it in the bag, and you can tell because they celebrate the touchdown and they ain't even hit the end zone yet. That's what they doing right now, right in front of everybody. Man, fuck that and fuck them. Y'all tweaking. Fuck out of here. I don't need no fucking Constitution about nothing. As soon as you think the Constitution got anything to do with anything, what you're saying is that there's something that's supposed to be so stamped into our nature as our natural rights, self-preservation being the first law of nature. You telling me you consider all of that, but none of that can be solidified until humanity brought itself to a literary and governmental level of comprehension and organization to the point that they will write it down. And that's where it came from. If you don't get the yo, it's some YouTube channels and some gun activists, and they deliver some brilliant news about what's going on in the gun world as far as laws and how they change it for the good or for the bad in all these different places. And that's cool. I appreciate the understanding, because I'd be wanting to know too, and I'm not dogging these channels for doing that, because I applaud them for that. Somebody need to be doing that. But I'm not gonna name no names, but it's like 3 or 4 that I really like, and I also think y'all some bitches. You gonna get both sides of the coin from me, because I gotta tell the whole story. You're doing some good shit and you acting like a bitch, because don't none of y'all ever stop to say they can fuck with this Constitution all they want to. If they fuck with it to the point where we really don't like it and we feel threatened by this and violated by this, we not fucked, they are. If they fuck with that Constitution, they are fucked. There ain't nobody saying that. And I think that's fucking weird as fuck. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, the expectation that nobody should or would ever feel like that while watching them doing this is grow the fuck up. Grow up. And I'm talking to any government official that could ever see this. Grow the fuck up. You know what it is. You know you expect for it to be some fucking smoke if you think you can get in there and be tyrannical. I want you to say to yourself that you know damn sure that if people thought you were doing that hypothetically to the tune of a nightmarish movie that anybody could ever write, if you thought, and we thought that you were trying to do that, you know what the fucking reaction is, and I don't need to be nothing or label nothing by understanding what that is and then going, damn, is that what I see happening? I'm going to do that. And you can kiss my ass if you think somehow that sounds threatening. And if you think it's threatening, I take it as a sign that I need to be saying and doing more than just that. If you take that little bit of what I be trying to say out here as some kind of a threat, it's an observation, bro. If you don't want me feeling like that, stop making it look like it's so fucking much. Do I own myself or not, bro? Now you gotta answer the fucking question. That's a straightforward question. As soon as you go, yes, but we got a problem. As soon as you go, no, you know we got a fucking problem. Put your hands up. The fuck is you talking about? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Y'all bugging, man. And I just saw an interview with the rapper Mace, and even though I don't buy into the celebrity worship, all these people are just people. I think some of them are actually strange people. Very strange people. They get no worship from me. People is people. But I was always interested in watching whatever it's scripted, whatever the fuck going on with these rappers and these characters, because they are some big actors, and you know that they act, they put on shows. This is what they do is entertainment, and you just don't know how deep that shit goes, so it's kind of hard to tell what they genuine about. But I'm watching this interview with Mace, and this was some recent shit that was going on. Apparently, he got real abrasive when addressing P. Diddy. Yo, hopefully ain't no copyright on the ice cream truck machine music there. Are they yo, YouTube would ban me for the ice cream truck? Yeah, they would. They would, man. They pay me like that, man. They hate this shit. They hate what I be doing, man. So Mace was saying some real abrasive shit addressing Diddy about some shit that went on with them back in the day. And everybody was kind of shocked that Mace was supposed to be this religious dude, but he was talking whatever he was talking. Now, I ain't heard what he was talking to see how abrasive or how hard it was. But I heard his response that he was saying that, yeah, he was going in, he was being rough. But something that he said while explaining his reaction is right up my alley. And what I'm saying is, what he was saying was however hard somebody come at him to get at him when he's chilling, he got a right to react in the same way, and his reaction can't be the only thing pointed out as being aggressive when somebody chose to interact with him in that way to start that shit. He get to do whatever the fuck he did. And I honestly feel that when he said that shit was on point. And we want to take seriously any attempt to violate what y'all want to call these constitutional laws. If y'all really want to give yourself to that, fine, cool. I give y'all the benefit of the doubt. I play devil's advocate, and I would just give all of the energy and the power and the desire to protect that right and put it solely into the Constitution, as if that is the only place where it came from, and we need to protect that shit the way it needs to be protected in perfect balance with what it is that we're talking about. And if I do that, and I see what they do to the Constitution, you can love the Constitution and think all of that glorious shit about the Constitution, and I'm telling you, I don't understand how y'all not fighting. If this was a movie, niggas would be shooting. Period. That's what I think. If this was a Quentin Tarantino movie, niggas would have been shooting. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? What is you saying, man? Right? You know that's right. You know it's right. And if you feel like I do, and you see that this Constitution is really a distraction, they want you to put all of your energy, the way I just described, into the paper. So when they change the paper and they do the 3-card Molly shit, which will go, whoop, nothing there. They hoping that enough of y'all fall for that y'all take yourself out of the fight. Whoever still won't smoke after that can be classified as some kind of threat. At home, kind of, I don't even want to say the words, you know what I'm talking about, a DT. They want to call you a DT, and all the other people that back down willingly will kind of see you in that way because they can't justify no other way. What up? What's up? I can't hear you, bro. Yeah. I got 11-4 bulletproof carrier under here. You can't get a case of this motherfucker. And the mask bulletproof too. Nigga lying that shit, man. Yeah. Hey. Traffic jam going on over here. She mad as hell if dude pull out. She mad, man. Hey, listen. All the energy I be trying to give to y'all, man, is mental. I'm trying to save y'all, because whatever it is that I'm imagining in my mind, I know, right? I know that shit was super loud. Loud as fuck. That's the good and the bad about doing this shit. I feel like I can't think of how to be more effective than to come out here with it. I mean, I could put a fucking gun on the fucking dining room table and give y'all and talk about shit at the dining room table where it's quiet. get a studio or something, but it's something about being out here, man. I like being out here. So like, it's gonna be noisy. I run the risk of losing my shit because of the music and shit like that. Man, it is what it is, man. These are the trenches, boy. I like it out here. But I really be hoping to save some of y'all, man. If something I say makes somebody who don't fuck with guns actually go get a gun and then they can protect themselves, hey, if you didn't start that fight, you're supposed to win. Yeah. If you didn't start that fight, you're supposed to win. Yeah. If you didn't start that fight, you're supposed to win, man. That's all. That's fair as fuck. And sometimes you need a gun for that. That's not, like, this shit don't even be debatable, bro. This shit be coming off as opinion or whatever. Most of what I really be saying, bro, I be basing this shit on objective, truth, and honest observation and just reasonable expectations of how the world works. That I don't even know what part of anything I be saying be debatable. I don't even know what the fuck somebody can say, well, that ain't necessarily true. Because consider this too. So what you just saying ain't really that. Nah, bro. Ain't no other way to do this. Any other way outside of most of what I'm saying, man, you have to give in to some shit. You have to become subdued by a whole nother group of men that probably couldn't even take you in a fist fight. All of the people in the upper echelons of what the fuck I'm talking about, they some bitches. They some old dudes and they some bitches. I will probably, hey, hands and feet kill more people every year than the AR-15. I'll probably smoke all the ass with no gun. The only one I don't want to see no smoke with is Putin. Because I heard he like some Russian ninja or something. Like Putin's supposed to be like some crazy badass hand-to-hand combat. I wouldn't fight Putin. I would need some assistance in subduing him. Everybody, I'll beat y'all the fuck up. I'm gonna beat their ass the fuck up. Fuck out of here. They all are some of the lowest, most laziest, most cowardice men in the world, and they happen to be the ones behind and in control of all of this chaos and all this crazy stuff. So they don't want to work. They would rather enslave the world with all of their technology and their political influence and all this other shit. They would rather enslave the world than to save you with it. Because they could just save you with it and just share the wealth and create an evil tone. And I'm not talking about communism. This don't mean communism when I be trying to explain it to. What I'm saying is a more even field of play where people can do things to earn their path in life, but to be so free, to be so absolutely free that they can be like, bro, taking care of the needy is easy. It's easy and it's so expected, and we all kind of do these things so well together in tune with an honest attempt to create some harmony and peace on the earth that it couldn't work if they weren't acting like this. Them doing this and doing what they're doing with the world when they couldn't save it is the greatest evil in the world, man. That is what it is. To have all that power and choose to do this crazy shit with it, evil, man. When you couldn't do anything, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. It's crazy what they do, man. But I salute them for what it is that they're doing to the world, because it is an amazing thing. But God, damn, man, like the selfishness and like the evilness, man, and the child, the pain they causing these kids when they're doing all of this sick, weird stuff, man. It's like, I don't know, man. It's weird, man. I feel sorry for all the kids, man, and I feel sorry for these grown-ass people that can't see, understand, or muster the energy to pay enough attention to the shit, man. So that it just keeps on going, man. If I can get half of the NBA to stop what the fuck they doing, learn how to use firearms, get real proficient, create this group of superheroes alongside of me that have only one objective, and that is to stop child trafficking and human trafficking with so much force that it becomes almost impossible for those guys to operate and do business. It becomes impossible for the world to ignore, and it becomes impossible for it to go on or to go any further. When I say stuff like that, some people say that sounds extreme, which is fucking stupid. They say that sounds like a vigilante, which is a fucking wordplay, stupid bullshit. I don't care what you call me. The name calling to make me look like something so that you can curb a natural and necessary response from a grown-ass man in a world like this is a sign to me that I should oppose you and that I think that you are playing the head game because you shouldn't even try to play that on me as if that's supposed to have some effect on me to keep me from wanting to be or look like that because you use the word vigilante. I don't care about none of that shit, bro. I don't care what you call. Man, I don't blame twice when y'all call names. I've been calling y'all assholes, bitches, and worm food for the longest time. I don't care when you call me this other stuff. It's laughable, bro. I move on. I don't even stutter step when I hear vigilante, extremist, DT. I don't even fucking blink it. Yeah, whatever. Y'all just name calling and acting fucking stupid like some fucking kids. Still not, you're not gonna slow me down with that shit. And I still see you, and you still deserve what you deserve. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And don't nobody care about how you feel or all your other bullshit. No one cares about all this other stuff. You try to put these feelings and legislation and all this other shit in these opinions about how you think people feel about judging your job performance. You think you are not going to be judged? Nobody's going to be looking closely. You're never going to do anything that even looks remotely unsafe and unofficial to us, whether you're doing it intentionally or not. Something will look like something. There's always going to be that reason to check in. And when people check in and don't like what y'all got going on, y'all act offended like they are causing the problem. No, own up to what the fuck it is that people talking about. Like real people, what real people talking about. Like when I asked you where this fucking dollar comes from, bitch, y'all breaking your laws to get it where it's going right now. What is the future of the fucking dollar? Why I keep saying China is up next? What does that mean? How you gonna do that? And how does that relate to that petrol dollar? And everything connected. All of this connected to the perpetuation of it.
Yeah,
Thank you, bro.
you got supported. Is that 556 or 223?
It's actually 300 black guy. It's a
300 black guy?
Yeah, I built this one.
Shit, where'd you get the lower from?
It's Aero Precision.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, got an Aero Precision bow carrier group.
Fuck.
Got this crazy trigger, 2.5 pounds, man.
Shit, bro, that's lighter than an airsoft gun with it.
You can fan the hell out of this, bro.
Alright, right on. I appreciate it, dude. You're doing good things out here.
Yeah, thank you.
Take it easy.
Yeah. See, people understand. There's an understanding here that's so well understood by so many people that I'm telling you, the people that act like they can't understand it because they don't have the education or the experience. Every single person that walks up to me, you know what they really have in common with me, really? Is that they already own guns themselves and they understand it, or they know somebody or know somebody close to them that gets involved in something. On some level, there's a level of understanding that brings them to be comfortable with it. It only makes sense that if you're uncomfortable, there's a good chance that you don't understand it. I don't know somebody who is a gun expert who says, hey, don't do this, man. I don't know somebody who carries a gun themselves and they see me and go, I don't like the looks of that. They carry a gun themselves in support of what I'm doing or in opposition of what I'm doing. If I want to be a jerk, they're thinking, hey, maybe I'm looking at the guy that's going to be a jerk and I got to use my firearm against him. But all I know is I do that one also, Trey, and be cool. And you looking cool, that's cool. But stay cool, be cool, because I can't worry so much about what you got going on. All I can do is this, and I got it. Those are kind of people that understand me off top when they see me and they know what's up. You have to get involved with the gun thing to understand what it is. People stand on the outside and then they hate on it. And it's like, y'all call certain things assault rifles. It's not an assault rifle. You gotta look at the definition of what that is. AR doesn't stand for assault rifle or none of that, man. Y'all be clueless, so outside the loop and doing all this shit talking. Y'all should learn what the hell it is y'all talking about. And these same people that think AR stands for assault rifle, these same people that can't get past the language game being played when somebody else who ain't me started naming my shit, that it was never called an assault rifle until a certain point. And then they start calling these things assault rifles when assault rifle really means a whole nother type of gun that y'all ain't even aware of, but there's a conflict right there off top, right? And then if y'all want to attach these different titles and stigmas to my gun, why can't I name my shit? Y'all telling these kids out here that if the little girl got fallopian tubes but she feel like a boy, that she can't call herself a boy, and it goes that far, and can't nobody tell her that she can't, and even her parents can't even tell her shit. If y'all want to go that far in something like that, I know for damn sure I can name my gun and you can't name it, and my shit is a defense rifle. When you're talking that assault rifle shit, you're not even talking to me.
You're not even talking to me. And then we're gonna play these games in all these different areas, and y'all can't be consistent on how we addressing these titles and labels and rights to identify and all this other shit. If y'all not gonna keep this shit consistent, maybe we should just flip the fucking dinner table over and tell y'all to get the fuck out the way and never again shall your voice be heard. Shut your ass up. Maybe that needs to happen because y'all tweaking, bro. Nobody got to deal with all these inconsistencies like we dealing with some young ass teenage kids running for student council. Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all tweaking, man. Be grown and be real. There's a contradiction between that gender identity thing and what y'all want to force a label on in regards to my gun. This is a defense rifle. I'm going to always say it, and I mean it because I'm not joking or being facetious or trying to be funny. I literally mean it. This is a defense rifle. I'm giving it the name, bro, and it's going to stick. But if I want to call myself a chick, you would let me do that. You would let that stick, too. You don't let it stick to an inanimate object. This is a defense rifle. No more games we play. You're not even talking to me. I don't even hear you. I stopped listening a long time ago. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? And when you address me, don't address me by this legalese bullshit that you find on all this magic paper, which are all capital letter names and all that other shit. We're not doing none of that. I identify as a god. And I want to be respected as such. I'm a demigod, bro. There's a certain level of understanding and in tune with the wave of reality that we find ourselves in, that I'm paying close attention to. I'm here recording. I came here from someplace else, and you can't tell me what to do. That's my identity, and you're going to respect that shit. If that little girl can call herself a boy and can't nobody tell her nothing, you can't tell me nothing. It's going to be consistent, and we're going to have a problem. You can't tell me nothing. The game is over. You can't tell me nothing. What the fuck I'm saying? And once again, we got Mr. Officer over here. I love to point him out. He right here, not even making no eye contact, which is good and bad. They don't really show me a whole lot of problems for the most part. They don't really always show me a whole lot of support. And I can tell what cops feel some type of way when they drive past it and they make no eye contact with the black man with the big ass gun on the corner. So let this be a lesson to my black folks. If you want to be left alone, honored and respected, and maybe give a little bit of distance from the police, carry a big ass gun. Because every time I carry this big ass gun, cops won't even look me in my fucking face most of the time, bro. They want to close me down. I be trying to wave their ass down. They won't even look at me, bro. I might be waving them down for help. They won't look at me. Maybe that's the answer, black folks. Don't get a gun. Police will leave you alone. Maybe that's the answer, bro. Because they don't make no eye contact or nothing. And of course, as proof that their job beats the real them out of their ass, so they can fit into this bullshit. And then if I ask him why he on the fucking job, how he feel about sports, he didn't tell me. But if I ask him how he feel about this reach for demonizing the AR-15, he's not gonna answer that because it's gonna lead him down a rabbit hole he don't want to go on. He don't want to go into. Not on camera, not on duty. He ain't gonna do it. Because a nigga like me gonna pin him to the real hard questions. What is you gonna do what they call for confiscation? What you gonna do? And I want you to answer it on camera. You'll never do it. Never, ever, ever. I think they actually got a written policy for them not to talk to a motherfucker like me. No, they will not. And I understand why. And you should find that shady business. That they gotta tell people, they gotta deal with the public with everybody's life in their hands, but they can't get out here and talk to the people in the public about the political things that go on in their job. They can't come out here and talk to you about that. They can bring a gun to your shit. See that? That's why I don't care. That's why I don't be giving a fuck, bro. I knock all their walls down from no angle that I ever looked at any of this shit. Could it ever stand 10 toes down, solid in front of me to get me to respect it? The whole system is super duper crazy. It ain't broken, yo. It's going according to plan. This was supposed to happen, man. Who the fuck are they to not be getting what they want? They going on golf trips, doing all this other weird ass shit. They is living their best life for real. On our dime. That now ain't good enough. On our dollar. That it's that for. You can't say on our dime. Inflation got the language fucked up. You can't even speak the same no more. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. It's crazy, man. It's supposed to be easier than this. It's supposed to be easier than this. You get a bunch of grown-ass men who will tell you if you ask them. Who most of them will actually show you. Some of them got a lower threshold of tolerance for being picked on. But I assume that on some level, even if it's an extreme level, you can push almost any man to fight you back to the death if death is gonna be what it's gonna be. Even though I do understand some people will cower and beg until they're dead. I get that. I try to respect every man to be like, dude, I don't know you, bro. I would imagine maybe you one of them dudes who will fight to the death to protect your shit. I don't think I can move. And now without a fight, and if you fight me, then I go, so be it. You supposed to, I expected that, and good for you. Salute to you for that much. Even if I feel like I needed to hurt you, I would at least respect the fact that you're gonna fight me back, you ain't gonna let me do it. Even if you're in the wrong, you're not gonna let me do it. That's nature, and that's not saying how I wish things to be. I'm telling you that's how the fuck it is, and you can't change human behavior because it's nature. And when laws that won't allow things to be fair, you get funny responses, funny reactions. You get depression, you get substance abuse and all types of shit. Because I do believe that the laws and the entertainment and the religion and the money system and all of these things weighing on us, all being very unnatural or being roadblocks on the path of us trying to maintain our nature. They roadblocks at the very least, at the very most, they are infections to the idea. I think we got us fucked up, bro. I don't even think humanity is even supposed to be what it is right now. I think this is a false and forced image of what humanity is supposed to be, and it's sad because it's beautiful, but it's wrong though. Because of what they did to get there, it makes it wrong, man. But it's beautiful. I love nature. I love the sight of beautiful nature. The older I get, the more and more I become in tune with that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, living out on the edge of town or out in the middle of nowhere don't sound so strange to me. When I was young, I used to want to live in a high-rise penthouse apartment building in the middle of a busy, bustling downtown area. But I don't want that no more. It don't even sound appealing at all. But the idea of nature in and of itself, just visually, I love it, man. I look at the grass, I look at the bugs. I try and tell my kids, don't stomp no ants, don't be killing no bugs. Like, don't kill nothing, bro. Just leave all that shit alone. If you gotta kill it to get it off because it may hurt you, then do that. Kill the spider, especially if it looks like this. See, son, this is a black widow spider. You know, you gotta do all that type of shit. But I tell them, yo, man, like, if at all you can, don't kill nothing, man. Let that shit be. Just leave it alone if you can. Because nature's a beautiful thing. But I'm not gonna front like I don't look in awe at a beautiful skyscraper or some of these crazy works of art, really, even though to the earth they kind of like scabs. But these bustling cities, man, cities like Vegas, like all the lights and the light pollution, it all looks beautiful down here with the lights, but it's really blocking out what the night sky really looks like. So you see that give and take, that when you want this beautiful unnatural shit, it immediately fuck with something in the nature, bro. It's a balance, man. There's a duality going on. You can't get one without the other. You get this a beautiful city like Vegas, Hong Kong, Okinawa, Rio de Janeiro, Chicago. You get these beautiful places, man, and it's dope, but it's like I can't see the night sky and how important that is. It's kind of weird that I can't get this beautiful city like this without you fucking with that. It's a direct correlation, and that shit is kind of weird to me. The older I get, the weirder that shit sound to me. It's weird, man, because I'm seeing a great example in that, but I see that in the microcosm. I see it everywhere, just like that. Something unnatural, literally standing right in the way of something natural that might just be more beautiful. But we willing to give up that nature for this artificial shit, man. And there's some beautiful buildings out there, man. But fuck, have you ever looked at a tree and just looked at this motherfucker? And then somebody tell you, oh, that's a certain kind of tree, and this is how old that tree must be. And you go, damn, just standing here, still as fuck for how long? Look at it. And it's just here, crazy. Emits the oxygen, so that we can breathe and emit the carbon dioxide, which it then exchanges again. And it's like, man, it's a beautiful poetic thing, man. Nature is some dope shit. It's elementary school science, and it's enough that it should bring you to a level of like, damn, this shit dope. That's why I can't wait to talk to y'all about what I think reality is, what it really is. Like what it's made of, what it is. We'll do that live sometime soon. Or that video, whatever. But, man, look, man, it's life is beautiful. Magic that we can be living our lives, man, and be living a lie. or to be living in constant reaction to some artificial shit that had it not been here, we would be on something else. What would we be doing if society wasn't doing all of the negative bullshit that it is doing to us? Because none of that shit is inevitable. Racism and slavery, not just in this country, but all over the world, happening to all different kinds of people for all different kinds of reasons. All of that shit, if none of that was ever built into the human nature to ever attempt to conquer other people in that way, what would we be doing with all the energy that we actually spent going around hurting each other doing that bullshit? What would we have been doing, man? What would we have been doing? Because whatever that is what the real truth is. That's why when we talk about like racism and stuff, I think it's important to address it. But whatever we would be doing, if that wasn't a factor in the human consciousness, is what we need to be focusing on. And people need to speak out and say that. There's way bigger issues that are going on that we need to pay attention to. Maybe another one. Yeah. What I love is when like people who don't really understand are actually on the corner while a cop is passing, and then they see the cop, and then they see me and go, what's gonna happen? Like what's really going on here? There's a cop even right there. And the cop keep going, keep going. Wow, like for real. That's confirmation that what they're looking at in their misunderstanding, in their confusion, in their ignorance, to see a cop right here to answer the question, yes, this is okay. It's like, it's strange to me, especially when people are of age, like how you live here, but you don't know what can happen here, what goes on here. You hear about the scary media shit, and you still don't know that this here is possible where you live at. Like, why do these people even get to pretend like they get to tell me what to do if their opinion matters? When things like that just get by people, that shit crazy, man. Many distractions. You would think that it would make sense for there to be a moral, psychological, and intellectual test to determine whether anybody can even get involved in something like politics. But honestly, like, a lot of things that go on in politics seem to be like so unintelligent that I'm in awe that somehow I just thought myself right around something that politics is giving credence to as if it's legit or a proper train of thought about anything. For example, on the topic of the Constitution. If the Constitution is supposed to be a protection against a right that we need to maintain so that we can defend ourselves against any enemies, foreign or domestic, why would they give all the power to the potential domestic enemy on whether or not we are capable of doing that? It don't make no sense. If you want to praise them for their Constitution, you also got to say that it was never meant for government to say a fucking word to us ever about it at all. That's how it is protected. It was stated one time and it was meant to work the first time. It was meant to work the first time because you can't expect for the potential domestic terrorists to be the one to tell you if you can defend yourself or not. It's a head game. They're not supposed to say nothing to you at all. Not at all, not at all. They're not supposed to bring it up. And as soon as you let them bring it up and do a little bit, what you're telling them is that if they can hype themselves up enough and get you to agree with it, they can manipulate it all the way down to zero, which is not supposed to be the case at all. If they're in there at all, there's a chance that they can get it down to zero. Period. It's worth a fight if that's what they ever wanted, because they're in there. Imagine if the U.S. government was never allowed to ever bring it up in a court of law to discuss regulating, stopping, or adding any kind of financial or economic hurdle whatsoever to obtain something that's a natural right. They shouldn't have a fucking dollar amount, hurdle, background check, or none of that to determine that. We already got a punishment. The punishment is the same for me as it is for a fellow who's got a gun. And we fuck up and become the initiator with a gun, we get put down. The whole world expects for that to happen. One way or another, we have to be stopped, and no one has to give up the fight until that person is dead. Period. That's the answer. That's the hard, thorough, straight to your damn chest answer. And the answer is true for any fellow with a gun or me with a gun. The punishment is the same. Somebody's going to get you, bro. In the meantime, be defensive, and I can't see where the problem is. where would the problem be? Because he got it, man, we got some for him. He better fucking relax. Because if we ever thought that we were going to empower and embolden people who have these kind of backgrounds to be labeled felons, and we were ever going to put a gun in their hands with no challenge coming from no law enforcement or nobody else, and we were ever doing that, what we would have to know was already for certain is that the average person was already well-trained, well-versed, and very accepting of the natural rights and responsibility for them to protect themselves. Now, if a felon had a gun, hey, we ain't even sweating it because the cops is the least of his worries. Everybody around him is already rocking that shit and ain't nobody playing that bully shit. Somebody will get him. If that is the case, I don't know what more punishment or hindrance you need to put on a man that you let out of the cage, but to forever call him a felon, to me, you punished him for life. There's a punishment involved in that label, and it is for life. And I'm not sure if that's okay. In victimless crimes, you really bugging in. You really bugging if you're talking about victimless crimes. You would have to understand that. Because the natural responsibility to protect yourself with a firearm is just as natural as a hornet with a stinger, bro. A hornet got a stinger. No bear calls for another bear to come fight for him. All the bears fight their own battles. That's what they do. Look at that. If somebody left the fucking barnyard door open, there's fucking big city out this bitch today. Usually, sometimes I come out here and I'd be surprised that I ain't seen not a single one. I've been seeing a lot of them. I've been seeing some of them ride past back here that I ain't even pointed out. And I'm just going to my thing, and they never caught the camera, but they swarming, and that's weird to me. What y'all swarming for? Like sharks in the water. Like sharks in the fucking water. But I'm out here proving a whole lot. Every day I get out here, there's always something to prove, something to examine, something to apply to the overall picture. So that we make sure we take a thorough look at what's really going on so everything can be considered so we can come to a proper conclusion. People will consider a whole lot of the story and then want you to respect their half-assed conclusion, but you do need the whole story to come to a sound conclusion. And you shouldn't have to ask grown people to understand that. So consider all of the things, and if you can't or you won't, out of fear or out of ignorance or out of political ideologies that just won't allow you to understand that the right for me to protect myself is mine, bro. You being scared of that can't change that. It just doesn't. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but you have to know that you being scared don't mean shit. They free black people. Niggas was roaming the streets free as hell. Any white person that was scared of that couldn't magically bring nothing upon this, and they tried, and they did. But we all recognize that as being wrong. Fear can't be the reason why you say, now I get to dictate what somebody else got going on, because of how they making you feel. How they making you feel? Feel as he's gonna run this shit now? They ask me how I feel about law enforcement, and then we can get to readjusting how they do their shit. If we're not going to do that, then we're going to stop acting like fear and feelings can help dictate a guide society towards a more healthy, fear-free environment. Because if we're going to do that, then let's just admit that can't nobody see a cop get behind them without their heart rate going up slightly. You ain't got to be riding dirty. You ain't got to be guilty of nothing at all. You don't want them behind them because you don't want them behind you because you know what you're dealing with. What you're dealing with. A man or a woman that may see something you don't see, that may be approaching you in error, but they can pull you over and make you stop your car. They can extort you for money and make you promise to give them money. They can make promises to have follow-up actions if you fail to fulfill your end of this deal or this contract or whatever they have you to sign. They call it a contract. All of these things are going on the whole time. Y'all honor it when they do it. But if Crips and Bloods had the same protocol where they had legislation, things that they wrote down on paper, things that they enforced with a firearm, things that they didn't really care about your understanding or your agreement about it, this is how they're going to do these things. They could never get out there and do those things and get you to respect it or get everyone to lay down and just accept it. There would be no way anybody would do that. They would say that these guys are delusional and crazy. They must be out of their mind because they are going crazy. But law enforcement actually does that to you and nobody thinks that's crazy. I think that's weird as hell. Because I would never stop you with my gun and say that I don't like the way you're driving. So sign this and tell me that you're going to give me the money. How would I ever think that I wouldn't even be able to fake that like I thought I had a right to do that too. where would I be getting it from? It wouldn't make no sense to me. But the police think they in the right when they do that. They want to see your real ID with your face so they know that's you and where you live at, so they can come talk to you about the money if you don't give them the money. About what? About you refusing to wear a seatbelt and refusing to leave your car parked? You pay for that car, so you gonna drive. That'll be your life up if you leave it up to them. And that's no exaggeration. Over what? Over the money? If you take it that far, they'll go that far. Over the money, man. Y'all can convolute this shit with all the legal bullshit in between in court and how easy it was for him to get out of it if he would have just paid it or went to court or not driven his car and taken the bus. You can give me all them bullshit outings all you want to. All them outs, the ways out, don't matter. I should have a right to say I'm not giving you my money because I ain't heard about it. But I can't do that though. If you don't think that's weird, bro, you have a problem. They have convinced you to accept this shit no matter whether you ever make sense out of it or not. It don't matter. And fear is a big factor in that, man. If they can make you scared about what they're gonna do if you try to challenge them on that, then they got you. And that's weird as hell, bro. What's up, y'all? This kind of weird awareness that's gun ownership to let people know that, you know, like everybody's scared of the fear and all that kind of shit, but they should be scared of people doing out here like this because if they like the gun, maybe that's the right thing. Maybe this shit work. And they act like they ain't scared enough. They should be scared of way more than the police. The police ain't enough. They should be scared of everybody. Hell yeah. Especially by my kids. Man, that Texas Uvalde shit. The police out there holding hands back and everything. What is it? If they not in their shoes, but they out there fighting hands, they would have. I went to my car. They would have had to kill me out there. They'd have killed me in the parking lot. That's what they would have been. They would have been like, oh shit, they would have told us out here. See, now they think you goddamn right. See that, let me do that. Fucking stuff. The whole time they did it. They don't keep like you. But they can't hold it. It's how you cook. But dude that went to the school, they hoping that the police do that because there ain't nobody else in the south. But why these laws say that all the time? Why they trying to do it? So neither one of them want nobody to have it. That's spooky as hell. They acting real strange. I ain't going for that weird shit. No weird shit, bro. Why they sound the same, bro? The school shooter and these new laws coming out, the both of them want you to not have this. That's spooky as hell, bro. I'm not fucking going. Don't let them do that to you either. If y'all let them do that shit to you, you gonna get what you deserve. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to let them do that, bro. Causing problems out here. They don't want to go. Cars behind them like, go. But that's weirdo activity, bro. That's weird shit, bro. And they got a leg up on you, thinking that they can just reel you in because you already took the bait. You already took the bait. You focused on the Constitution like this is where all your energy needs to be. You need to watch it and protect it at all costs. Every time they move, your ass jumping and juking and worry about what's gonna happen. I don't even pay no attention to the laws no more. I'm actually hoping that they fuck with the Constitution enough that it starts a fight with a multitude of the people. That's what I want. Tell them just go for it. What's that? They scared of that. They don't want the heroes. They want nobody to be able to stop them. Yeah. All these public shooters is just like, man, I hope ain't nobody in here with a bigger gun than me, get a better gun than me. Trained, they go to the range often, they know what's up. They're not playing that shit. They feel like they have a service to provide for themselves and for society, to put themselves in harm's way if need be. If they have the courage and the tools and the capabilities of getting involved, somebody please do. They know that. They know that there's people out there that feel like that, and what they want is for none of those people to have any outlet to actually fulfill that necessary role. That's what the bad guy wants. And these politicians are getting up there going, hey man, maybe y'all shouldn't have that shit at home. And I'm like, did the fucking shooter just get into a costume to pretend to be a fucking politician to come up here and say this? Because it seems like some shit that the shooter would have said. And if that's not true or you don't understand what would make me say that, I need direct rebuttals to the shit that I'm saying, but then I need very precise and direct rebuttals that says to me that my entire train of thought and correlations that I'm trying to draw from one point to the next can possibly make any sense to any rational human being, and that it's actually dangerous for me to think or say these things and then correct me. I need all of that, or I'm going to hold the things that I say in high esteem inside myself, propelling this information out to the world as loud as I possibly can, hoping that it makes it harder for the bad guy, badge or not, government office or not, for the bad guy to feel like he can't go nowhere to get his shit off. Because everywhere he go, somebody waiting to check the bully, to lay his ass down if need be, because ain't nobody got to accept no shit from nobody about nothing. And that's nature. That's what it's supposed to be like. That's what it's supposed to be like. And they know it. And they know they're in the wrong. That's why they say, convince them with words not to fight so we can minimize how many times we actually got to engage them in this way. And they very rarely got to engage you in that way. And they're hoping that this Constitution shit could wrap you up enough that if they ever try to pull the plug on it, on the grid, on the American petrol, on the U.S. petrol dollar, and they pull the plug on all of that stuff, what they really want is for a multitude of the people to be so out of tune with what the fuck is going on, how to prepare, how to recognize and what to really call it, that they become a non-factor, so that when they want to dominate this shit overtly, that they have minimal resistance. And the possibility that can ever even be the case, the possibility by itself should be enough for every grown man who hates the sound of that and would not want to fall victim to that to say, let me just kind of get ready and keep my eye on that shit and become well versed in the operation and use of firearms and all these other things. Learn how to treat gunshot wounds and all that other shit. Get a dope ass first aid kit, maybe two. Buy you a few guns for your house. Buy one or two that you know in a time of crisis you can pass to a friend or a loved one or somebody who may need it, or you might use it to barter or this or that. Also have that go all the way to prepare for these things. Will be a small scale to what the government is doing all the time. They prepare. They got weapons right now that they ain't using, that they claim to not have a real reason to use until recently, but y'all had them in the just in case already anyway. And they making new shit. So now you gotta set off the old fireworks so that you can buy the new shit, the new, up-to-date, modern, high-tech, super spacey, Elon Musk ass fucking send a missile to this nigga's third button on his shirt from across the continent. Like that type shit. Fuck out of here, bro. The fuck you think they gonna do with all the stuff, man? They got all this shit to use it for a reason. They're not arbitrarily investing all of their energy into all these things and all of these endeavors for it to turn into nothing. It always turns into a war game. It always turns into something. They don't acquire this shit and have it expired. It always gets used. And then they be violating some more of their own shit by giving some of this used military shit to some of these police departments, and then they ass are literally in possession of military equipment, which they got a law in the Geneva Codes or something that says you cannot use military equipment to police the people on American soil. But they'll say since they retired and they got some new shit, somehow magically this ain't military equipment no more? Yes, the fuck it is. Some of it is still better than what they're calling military equipment in other countries. This is another one of those things that they do right in front of you, that if you just call every little thing exactly what it is, and then you lay it out on the table and say, what are we looking at overall when you call it shit exactly what it is? Is there any correlations or pieces we can put together to discover any contradictions, broken laws, or manipulations at all? When you do that shit, you find a spooky story, and it ain't my fault, bro. It ain't my fault, man. I'm disappointed that this shit is so hard for some people to see. What's the safe way? What's the shooting that occurred on the safe way? Hey, you know what? Let me see it. Quinn, I don't know how to pronounce the first thing what you got going on in your name. I don't know how people get onto other people's live streams. I should try that sometime. But I would like to have people jump on the live stream with me. Anybody in here right now want to jump on the live stream? And they can tell me how to do it, because I'm going to be out of here in like 10 minutes. I got like 10 more minutes. So if y'all want to do that, that'd be cool. But yeah, listen, man. I don't know, man. It's a tragedy, I think, man. We are lost in the sauce, man. I don't know, humanity, man. It's a tragic story, man. Humanity is a tragic story. It's a sad story, man. It really is, because I really wonder what we'd be like, man, if like a whole lot of negative shit just didn't happen, and we were all like a little bit more closer as one to be focused on a global thing that's not like this power grabbing communistic global dictatorship shit. Like if we didn't have to fall victim to that, like what would we be doing? And we was all cool. What would we be doing if everybody felt like me? Like I don't think I'm your boss. My gun don't make you my don't make me your boss. No illusion I can possibly imagine to make me think that I can pretend to be your boss. Not even to my kids. They're not my property. I am raising them. They are their own people. If everybody felt like it was just impossible for them to claim ownership over another person, we wouldn't be where we are today. And it is like that simple. And I can approach this shit from multiple angles to show how I am morally superior to every law enforcement officer in the country, bar none. I mean every single one of them, every judge, every lawyer. There's a moral story of humanity, man, and it is very immoral to do what it is that they are doing, even though they claim to be doing us some justice, to be trying to find some true justice and retribution and compensation for people that have been victimized. They do more victimizing than they do saving us from being victimized from each other. They do the most of it. I would rather face the mob than to face the government. And somebody saying the mob believes that they own your life and they're willing to do these things to you, and you're on your own in a fight against them, good luck. Now you can choose them or you can choose government. I would choose the mob and say send them. I got a better chance, and an enemy is an enemy all the same, it wouldn't matter. So if death is a result, then I guess it doesn't matter which one of them it is that pulls the trigger on me, none of that matters. We will sweep away all of the bullshit and the illusion and the unnecessary fear and the clouded manipulation of language and illusion, and just look at what we're really dealing with. What we're dealing with is a set of enemies that believe that they can claim jurisdiction over my life and my life's energy, and then there's me. And I get to either just stop them or give it to them, or I choose to stop them. And if they call themselves Crips or Bloods, then I will see the same fight and inevitable death of me or them, or both. And the possibility that I'm just going to be willing to stand up to do it. And they wouldn't be able to convince me to just lay down. They would have to just be playing cool. We had to just be getting along. We had to just be talking about other things that we find in common. You know, compare Glocks and shit like that, cool, whatever. But if these gangbangers felt like some way, somehow they had a right to dominate me, or to violently dominate me, or to kill me if need be, even risking their own life, and that's what they chose to make this relationship, all of the aftermath is the same. All of the consequences are the same. Upon me in the idea of death, and projected outward from me in defense that anybody can get it. Period. Basically, is what I'm saying. Anybody can get it. It wouldn't matter. I was just telling my 18-year-old son just the other day, just last night, he even said it himself, and I'm proud of him, and I do feel the worry of how much he is like me, that maybe in his ignorance in how to negotiate, knowing when to back down. He's not too cool at that, but he don't really dig the authority thing. I know when to back down to save face and how to maneuver. That an encounter with me and a law enforcement officer who I do not agree with, who better not never be trying to tell me what the fuck to do, because I will check his ass. He's gonna have to be in the right order. So he better not say two words to me. I know how to navigate and how to address these things without unnecessarily magnifying myself as the problem. I know how to do that. Him, not so much. But me and him had a discussion last night, and I was telling him that if somebody is firing at me, shooting at me, who it is and what the reason is almost didn't even matter. I'm probably just gonna shoot back. But if they're already shooting me, I don't know what I have to do to not shoot back. I'm thinking, what would be the reason to not shoot back? Why? For what? What is it that I'm trying to protect to not shoot back? That I would just let it ain't gonna even matter who it is now, see? And that ain't even a threat to nobody. It's just logical and sensible, honest observations lead me to a conclusion. That it would make no sense for me to hold back and not fire back. If anybody was shooting at me and they didn't even care who it is. What are you talking about, bro? What are you saying? Buddy Link Logistics, what up? Thank you. And you know what? People think it's cliche. I think it becomes cliche because already there's some truth or some resonation inside of people for it to be the case. When people call each other king, queen, royalty, and all that, I do feel like that, bro. Because whatever's going on up here is creating a beam of light like a crown around my head. The way I really feel about my shit, bro. And I don't feel better than nobody else because I'm always hoping and expecting that other people will get like me, to come in tune with the things that I be thinking and feeling and seeing, so that they can see them truths for themselves, and then they can be like, yeah, I feel like you. I'm not better than you. I just happen to find my journey leading me to some place that I think that you're supposed to be. And if you're not there yet, and then you need to get there. And you get there by calling things out for what they really are, just being honest about what you're dealing with. All the sugarcoating or avoiding the responsibilities of what these things are calling you to pay attention to ain't gonna get you the fucking royalty that you deserve, bro. And if you ain't achieved it yet, I'ma say that you ain't there yet. But you're supposed to be a king in your domain. You're supposed to be your own first responder, your own ruler. People think the idea of anarchy means people going wild and there ain't no rules. That's not true. Anarchy means no rulers. They want you to think that it means no rules so that you never latch on to the idea that we all know to be true because it's natural. I know I'm not your boss, and when I say that, you go fuck right. You right. You're not my fucking boss. Who is you? Right? That's how you feel. You know I'm not your fucking boss. So then when I say it to you, you got to know it too. Now tell me what clothes somebody can put on to make that untrue. Somebody put a shiny piece of metal on their shit, and now what I just said ain't true? It's easy to knock down the walls. That's why I don't care. That's why I don't give a fuck about what nobody talking about. That's why I think it's almost laughable. That's why I feel so bad for the people that can't understand this shit. Because it's like, what is it about this that you can't understand? I think it's simple. I think it's honest. I think it's simple. And you gotta know that the truth is there for you to grab. You just gotta reach for it. And a lot of y'all know the truth. You just won't say it. I don't know why y'all won't say it. But when I say it, you go, yeah, but why you ain't already said it? Why you letting other people slide without recognizing it? You tweaking, bro. What's up, young man? What's up, man? Just checking me out? Yeah. You seen me out here before? Nah? Yeah?
I was just about to cross.
All right. Have a good day, man. But yo, I'm gonna end this live stream. Peace and love to y'all, man. You know how I do. You know the gun always comes with a hug. It's all love. But everybody not gonna let you love them, man. A lot of people don't care about that shit, bro. And for the people that don't care, man, and they just want to do these things, regardless of where it comes from, mental illness, it's just one of those things, man, that the desire that I have for y'all to really understand and see these things is so big, man, that it's making me sad, man, that it's this hard. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I say that I appreciate every single time somebody see me and they understand it. And you hear me say this often when I give hugs to people. I say, thanks for the love and understanding. Thanks for understanding. Because like, shit is so fucked up that I'm feeling like it can't be a lot of people that understand me, because if they do, then how we get this far? So when I see all these people that understand me, I go, yeah, that's cool, but why is it so many of us and they still getting this far? What the fuck is it, bro? Because I think a majority of people understand where I'm coming from. And even the people that don't quite get it, there's a lot of gray area people straddling the fence about how they feel about the shit. But what we do know for sure is that there is like an answer to this stuff. People will know it. Look at them right here. He look it, but he ain't gonna never say nothing to you. They don't never really say nothing. I really feel like that they may, on some level, be thinking that for what it is that I might say to them, it ain't worth it for them to even come ID me. Even if they think they want to ID me, they might even use some backwards way of trying to identify me with me being out here so much that I'm popular enough to the police that if they haven't seen me before, they heard about me, and then they know that that's me. If I ever get a cop to walk up to me to ask me for my ID, I will first of all verbally refuse, according to their laws, they said that they was gonna rock with. But I'm also gonna make sure that when he in my presence, I'm gonna ask him all the hard questions that his job told him not to answer from a nigga like me. I'm gonna ask him the question. And when I ask him the questions on camera and he can't answer, it's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. I want that to happen. But I can't even get one of them to actually come ask me for my ID now. They know better. I'm gonna get you on camera and I'm gonna embarrass you. Pull your skirt up, I'm gonna reveal how much of a pussy you is to have this fucking job, that these questions, there should be sensible questions that actually pertain to your occupation and your responsibilities when you're out here that you actually can't answer because they don't trust your articulation and your intentions and your understanding of your own job enough to let you be your own spokesman, to let you say anything because you might make the whole department look stupid. Come on, man. Nothing to make their ass look even dumber than what they already look to the people that know what the truth is. And the real truth is U.S. Title 18, Section 242 says that every cop, judge, and lawyer is in complete violation by default in how they handle their job with any gun law, marijuana or other drug law, and a plethora of other things. If they have violated their own and their Constitution, they are all constitutional felons. Can't none of them own a gun or practice law or none of that shit, bro, but they still do. This is the boogeyman in your closet that don't nobody want to face. All the cops are felons and they not supposed to have no guns. They're the biggest criminals. Don't nobody know that. And since you don't know that and you're scared to stop them, they are able to every day break their own law right in front of you. And because of that, they believe they got all the power over you because you let them rock some dumb shit that you should have been smart enough to stop. But you ain't stopping. You won't stop it. Y'all some weirdos, bro. What's up, y'all, man?
Is that room right there?
Yeah. My block is real too. Know anybody that owns guns? That's good. They safe and responsible with it. That's good. You feeling like it might be hurt? You don't want to hurt somebody by asking something sad. You have problems too? This traffic kind of crazy. I mean, you gotta be careful. But listen, love and light to y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. Every time, hug an AR owner. I am completely huggable, and y'all know that shit. And if they ever try to go back on what's going on with this AR-15 shit, you already know I'm setting this track record of being an open carry advocate. Every day I open carry a pistol. I'm out here doing this. Damn, it gotta be close to like 100 times. It's gotta be close. 80 some, 70 some, I done lost count. But it's getting pretty close to 100 fucking times. Coming up on the 4th year anniversary of doing the open carry demonstration, October 24th. I will be doing a special video that day. I might just wait to do my gun collection video on that day, depending on what's going on. Please stay tuned to the open carry demonstration I'm doing with my cousin, who's been out here for at least a third of my open carry demonstrations. That's my cousin, blood cousin, first cousin, Javier Gabo. Check him out on IG and TikTok. Yeah, we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something good for the anniversary. 4-year anniversary of the open carry demonstration coming up towards the end of October. Get like me, man. At the very least, if you don't agree with or understand all the shit I be talking all the time, at least tell yourself inside and then mean it with some sincerity that you're not gonna be nobody's fool, and then it's an open case to the day you die, an examination of what's going on planet Earth, who wants to rule you, what it is that they're doing, and what you should be doing to maintain the best quality of freedom and life for yourself. At least do that much and tell everybody that you ain't playing no game with that and you mean that shit. Just do that much. And if you do that and you mean it, you're going to find some truth that'll blow your mind. You're going to find a position in your life that's going to make you feel like you are now in tune with and have taken the steering wheel or to take control of your own life. In the very least, by recognizing that you is in a fight for your own fucking freedom. Okay? Peace and love. Get a gun. Who bang this gun shit is for everybody. Deuces, man. RPM.